Hi all, 2030. Almost sounds like eroica. So I'm over 2100 briefly. Let's hope I can play at least one game over 2100. Now, should I play knight c5 as a little surprise value? E5. No, I think just knight g3. We've annotated a Fischer game where he delayed h5. Maybe I'll delay h5 and just play bishop d3, bishop d2, and castle queen side. Sorry about those friends notifications. I think I might turn them off. Move some of the older ones. Okay, so knight e4 here, or knight e2, and then bishop f4. I think trying to weaken the dark squares is the usual sort of plan here. So g3 is part of that plan. But got to be careful about e5. But then f5 is weakened, so maybe bishop f4 is not such a bad idea to provoke e5 to weaken the light squares. Because also, if the king's there, then it will be a check as well. But I'm going to just be careful about this queen being exposed. Okay, now here, what about knight takes d5? If cd, I think black is fine there, actually. So maybe just knight e2 here, and just accepts king b1, queen b3, c4, slower build up. Just trying to get on these dark squares. So king b1. So maybe now c4 and queen c3. Although I don't like really my queen on that same line as the rook, so queen b3 I think. So I'm preparing now maybe for c4, or maybe rook d2 and rook hc1 is useful. Okay, rook d2, maybe doubling here, so e5 can be answered by takes without having the tactical liability of that rook on d2. So provoking a bit, black to play e5 here. Aha, g5. Okay, if I just take, then I'll be giving potentially this h file to be used. So maybe c4 with the potential of d5 is good. But I think a4 first, drive that knight, then c4, maybe with the potential of d5. I don't mind g4, I'll just maybe retreat the knight back, try and get access to that f4. So c4, knight c3 here, trying for that logical d5 breakthrough. Although I don't particularly like that knight on b4 here. Have I messed this up a bit? Maybe. But maybe d5 is alright in this position. I'll try for that. My pieces are all geared up for that d5 break. d6 is maybe threatened, then c5. Now knight takes d5, queen takes c4, queen, and then my queen's in pre. So I think cd, at least that I might have knight b5 and d6. Okay. Okay, what about queen takes, then knight takes? It's not that pleasant. But ends up losing the d5 pawn, potentially. I mean, I've got to play it though. My queen's a tactical liability. So for the moment, d5 pressure is relieved because of that knight coming to c4. Okay, how do I get control of this position? Maybe now takes, then knight h2 to g4 would be useful, or knight e1 to c2 to try and evict that knight. Not really sure. Rook h8, maybe f3 to try and protect the 7th rank. Okay, knight c2 anyway. That knight on b4 is just very good. I don't like it there. My opponent's playing a bit quick as well. So, okay, what about knight e3 here, then f4? That's no good. Knight takes. Okay, knight takes, and then knight a2. It's a bit materialistic, but how is black defending that poor b4 pawn? I'll attack it again. So knight's provoking it forward. Have I just snatched the pawn when I should have probably, in theory, lost my d5 pawn earlier? Okay, there's a bit of a pressure with this pawn mass, but okay, maybe I can take on e3 and try and victimize the e3 pawn. I think I have to, but maybe f3 here. Okay, so attacking the knight and the rook. So can I just take that though, and try and win this pawn? So if, okay, this is dangerous because I might be losing the d5 pawn. But if I can get in b3 here, so knight c1 makes way for b3, then again tactically that e3 pawn is a little bit exposed. Knight d2 check though, king c2, rook c5, king d3, and I think the pawn's arrested on e3. This is a really quite kind of tight battle. Knight a3, king b2. So if the knight moved back, rook e3, okay, I think I will go to king c2. Because where is this? How is this knight getting out so easily? Rook c5, king d3. And is there anything really crushing now? I'm not sure there is after the king d3 move. I hope not. Anyway, I guess there's knight f3, ouch. Knight f3, rook h1. Oh, I don't know what that is. That's just losing the exchange, isn't it? Just rook e1 here. Hopefully I can hold on here. Okay, so it's probably theoretical draw. Unless I get my my rook forked, but let's hope not. First of all, I don't know. I can in my rights play on, I think, here, but let's put the opponent under a bit of pressure in this endgame. I'll try and keep my rook and king distant to avoid any horrible forks. I want to try and win that b7 pawn. So if I can get my king a bit more aggressive, let's try and win the b pawn. Okay, but I can't see it here. And maybe check, then rook c6. Now rook c1. Okay, now rook back. Can I make any progress? Rook h6. No, I'm not making any progress. King c4 to d5. Okay, a different tact. We worry about these checks. So I'm trying to come into d6 now. Can the opponent really defend this kind of position with such limited time? Although knight f6 would have been good if it hadn't been pinned. Let's see. Now there's some real dangers. So king c6, and I've got a kind of back row mate threat with rook h8. So hopefully the pressure's starting to show here. So king d6 though. Okay, king takes b6. So I've got the king on the back row. And I can't actually technically lose this. Because even if I lose my rook, even if I lost my rook, it would still be a draw. There's no mating material for the opponent. So I'll try and get the king to another corner. So maybe this right hand corner for a bit more pressure. I can't believe the opponent's okay. Right. Now here, rook f4 might be a tricky move to play against. Right. Now. Okay. I'm not really making much progress. King d5, knight c3. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's technically a draw, but this is 5-minute chess, so and the opponent didn't even offer a draw, so I don't know. Maybe I would have considered it. Let's have a quick look. was a very tough game. I don't think I achieved much of an advantage here. This strategy of the dark squares is not that brilliant really, because black's position is very compact in Caro Kann in this variation. In any case, I thought that going for d5 would be good, but it seems c4 and my queen exposed on b3 isn't that nice. So nothing here, but winning this pawn gave me some hope for an advantage. And after this, so this exchange set, but just winning the rest of my pawns, so I managed to lose the a pawn as well. And this is just a theoretical draw. Hope you enjoyed that. Please leave any comments or questions on YouTube. Thanks very much.